Namaskar, Adab and Sat Sri Akal. Wishing you a very happy new year 2023. Today I will show you how to do a master of a song, and this is the previous one which we have created mixing, and that vocal is of Kaustubh. He's a very good singer, and let's listen first, then we'll proceed further. And for this tutorial I will try to make you understand in English. So let's have a listen, okay?
मुस्कुराने की वजह तुम हो, गुम न जाए ना ओरे पिया रे, जिया जाए ना ओरे पिया रे, पिया रे.
So it's actually a beautiful singing of Kaustubh. And if you see that the gain, overall gain of that song, then it will be under 10 dB, minus 10 dB.
जाए ना ओरे पिया रे, जिया जाए ना ओरे पिया रे.
Yeah. If you see in this section, then it will show as minus 10, minus 8, minus 9, minus 10 dB, because this is a standard guideline to keep you under 10, minus 10 dB. That would be very much helpful for you to go ahead for mastering that project, because you will have ample amount of headroom to get it at unity level. That means 0. So this is a perfect one as per my understanding for doing mastering, okay? Alright. So now let's jump into that project and give some plugins to get it mastered. Okay, the first one I want to start with frequency. See, the standard process of mastering, that is, if you listen throughout the song, then you will see there is up and down. I think singer has sung as a high pitch in a particular section, and somewhere he has sing low. Correct? So, as per guideline, we need to select that the particular portion of that song where it has a complete dynamics, right? Dynamics change. If you see the graph, then you can see here he has sing low, and now here he has sing in loud portion, and there is a high pitch. Okay, so I want to select particular position to get it mastered. Okay, let's select that position. Okay, press P and it has become a loop. Okay, now if you listen, that means complete change of dynamics into that particular portion of that song. Okay, so I will select that one and start to narrow down the entire project and where exactly that plugin needs to be applied. I will select that plugin for more tweaking in that position. Okay, so see, if you see that I have just chosen that the first plugin would be frequency, and we know that, I mean, human listen from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So first, my first step would be to tame down all the portion above 20 kHz and below 20 Hz. This is the first point. So now first I will select this option, this position, and cut it down to cut 96. Okay. See, here it is 26 Hz. Now I will listen and cut it down. So this is a very, very vital thing while you are doing mastering, that you have to believe on your ears. Okay. So if whatever may be that graph is, whatever may be that frequency is, whatever may be that plugin is, okay, if you see there needs to cut some frequencies, needs to boost somewhere, if your ear says this is the right thing, then you will take into that consideration. Otherwise, nothing to do on basis of that plugins. See, if I know that there needs to be cut off to get it clear from the rumble, I am just doing it. Not exactly that way. Your ear will say to do it, then you will do. Otherwise not. Okay. So let's listen first and understand where exactly we need to cut. Now at the high frequency side, I want to cut as cut 48. Okay. Okay, so see, I've just chosen cut 24 to cut it down at 17.91 kilohertz. Okay, and the low cut is at 28 hertz. Okay, let's have a listen without that frequency plugin, and later on we will see with the frequency plugin. Okay, so quite difference we can notice while we are listening. So now the second step would be applying one more frequency, that is FAB filter Pro Q3. Okay, so this one. Now let's clean it up first and see. If you see the lower portion of that interface, then you can see it's a configured as a 0 latency. Then we'll go ahead and configure it as a linear phase. Okay, so linear phase is like that. Why we are configuring as a linear phase? That means wherever it is you are changing in between, correct, it will not change any phase of your mix, correct. That means it will be intact. Either I am moving it around, but it will fix into the frequency level. Not like that. If I tame down this way or boosting this way, it will change your phase of your song. No, that is why we are configuring as a linear phase. Correct? Am I clear on that? Okay. Now, let's have a listen. Let's have a listen. and we'll act on this plugin and configure. Yeah, let's go. And make sure that configuration, right now it is configured as a stereo, then we will configure as side level. That means once I am just selecting on side, that means entire graph will be considered as a side level. Side means my left side, my right side. Okay, and I will cut down that frequency from the side level only. Not I am interacting with any frequency which belongs to in mid level or something like that. Okay, so just listen what happens exactly when I am implying that frequency into that project. Okay. Please notice that one. If I am just cutting down the lower section, my vocal is intact. That clearly means it is configured as side level. If it is configured as stereo, my vocal will be gone. Let's see. Got it? That means stereo level in the sense entire frequency level I am just considering into, but while I am selecting the side, so it is the plugin will be working on the side level frequency. That means the mid side I am having vocal presence into that project, but it is intact. I mean that frequency is not working on that mid level frequency, rather it's working on the side level. That is why I am just cutting down all the left section. That means the below in these sections, I mean, where the rumble normally presents. So I'm just cutting down that frequency to clean up my vocal along with the bass section of my piano. So both, I mean, the piano, that instrument will clearly visible to audience. Even at the same time, vocal will be more transparent. So you can enjoy both of the instrument and vocal simultaneously. All right. Now I will apply the same frequency again. The same frequency plugin again is a stock plugin of Cubase. Okay, and now I'm just considering this plugin to gain some more color on that track. That means I'm just trying to tone shape of my track, of my project. Tone shaping. That means wherever you feel that the highs needs to be lifted, or you need to add some more air onto that song to have more clarity on that, on your mix or on your master, then you can. And if you want that specific portion needs to be tamed down or cut down, then you can do that in this portion. So that is why I'm just considering as a tone shaping.
जाए ना जाए ना ओरे पिया रे पिया रे जिया जाए ना जाए ना जाए ना ओरे पिया रे पिया रे
Okay, so there is a vital or crucial point over here. Just keep in mind while you are doing tone shaping into that project or into your master song, make sure it should not be lifted as much, or it should not be tamed down as much. So it should be very subtle. You need to imply on that. That means you see, if you see that I have just boosted only 2 dB, okay, not like this one, okay, 10 dB or something like that. So it will also be relying on your ear, but still when you are doing mastering, for this case only I'm just talking about to lift very subtle amount of gain wherever it is required. Okay, let's listen.
जिया जाए ना जाए ना जाए ना ओरे पिया रे
I'm just giving that presence into that portion. Okay, so let's have I'm just trying to add some more air into this. Let's see.
जिया जाए ना जाए ना जाए ना ओरे पिया रे पिया रे ओरे पिया रे जिया जाए ना जाए.
Okay, I'm just bypassing currently and listen, and the meanwhile I will just keep my plugin on and listen. Okay.
जिया जाए ना जाए ना जाए ना ओरे पिया रे पिया रे ओरे पिया रे जिया जाए ना जाए ना जाए ना ओरे पिया रे पिया रे.
Okay, so I have just completed the third step. So next, my fourth plugin would be SSL compressor. SSL compressor stereo. It's a glue compressor. Why I am using that compressor into this master project? Reason being, while I am applied, or I have already applied frequency, and frequency, 3 plugins. So it will glue all the changes I have made into that project, and I'm just trying to glue all the frequencies and listen what would be our next output into that plugin when I am applying that glue compressor. Let's see. And here it is. Again, we have to think under that gain reduction when I am applying in that the compressor, SSL compressor. So that gain reduction should be subtle. It should not be like 4 dB or 5 dB or 6 dB. It should be subtle. So let's see how much I need to cut it down here. So now if you see, my needle is between 0 to 4 dB. That means it's around 2.75 or 3 max to max. And I have also enabled that analog button. So it's normally gives us the analog vibes to add into that, or flavor to add into that into my master project. Now I will listen without and with the plugin, and to identify how much gain I need to add through makeup gain only. Okay, let's see.
जिया जाए ना जाए ना ओरे पिया रे पिया रे.
It's already added. Just 0.3 dB adding. I'm just adding 0.3 dB.
जिया जाए ना जाए ना ओरे पिया रे पिया रे.
I think at this point in time it's listening good as per my understanding. And the next plugin would be multi-band compressor. It's my favorite plugin, by the way. And currently I will apply that plugin and into the 4 different section of the band. That means low band, low mid, and high band. Okay. So let's have a listen and configure that multi-band compressor. Okay, first I will switch off all the auto button. Okay, auto gain. Now okay. Now I will make it solo as the first band, that is low band, and try to compress that one. Okay, the next low mid.
जिया जाए ना ओरे पिया रे पिया रे. ओरे पिया रे जिया जाए ना ओरे पिया रे.
Max to max 2 to 3 dB. I'm just cutting down or compressing maximum 2 to 3 dB. Okay.
जिया जाए ना.
Let's work on high mid portion. let's have the high frequency to be configured here. High frequency band. Okay, so if I press on the bypass button, then we can see, yeah, that the graph is currently is not visible here, but we can easily see that one, it's working. I mean, that compressor is perfectly working for the high range as well. If you see, and for this portion you are not seeing any graph or any taming out any frequency here while applying the compressor, but still it's working behind. So that is all, it's working as expected at this point in time, we can consider as of now. Okay, so now we can again listen what happened. Here it was. Clearly visible, massive difference I can get before applying that multiband compressor, how it was, and currently after applying that multiband compressor, how you are listening. This is a massive difference we can get after applying that plugin. Okay, all right, now very beautiful step I am just taking right now. So then I will apply a reverb. Okay, I'm just applying reverb here. Why? Reason being, I'm just wanted to spread it out very subtle, and I'm just, you can just imagine and you can just use as an imager. So like that, I'm not implying imager here. Instead, I am just applying that voila reverb to take it actioned. Okay, let's have a listen and configure. See the difference. I'm just bypassing first and listen, and next I'll just go ahead and apply that plugins and listen what is the difference it is. Okay. So now my vocal is spread somewhere. So I'm just listening in my both ear, spreading around and feeling that plugin imager does. So that feelings I'm just getting when I am applying reverb over here into that master bus. Okay. So next, see all the plugins I have applied till now, it's having some changes in my dynamics and having some resonance incorporated into my mix, into my master bus. So now my next course of action would be to apply the dynamic resonance compressor, that the plugin which I normally prefer to use, that is Soothe 2. It's my favorite plugin. Why I am just applying that one? During my entire playing of that song, so entire changes in my dynamics or resonance, that will cut down, that plugin will cut down dynamically wherever it is actually required. Otherwise, see, I'm just configuring it first. Let's see what exactly happen after implying that one. See, let's say first I will just configure as a flat start. It will completely change, even though I can use the templates. And here it is again. I'm just saying the same previous word that I have to believe on my ear. If you want to take the standard templates, then also you should rely on your ear to get it tweaked or keep it as it is. Yeah, if I select that template, carefully feeling compressor or compression. So if I select that preset, carefully feeling compression, then what exactly happening here? Let's see. So this portion, that plugin is saying, that templates or preset is saying it will be tamed down here, and this portion also it will be tamed down here. Okay. So if you see that is looks good for your project, then keep it as of now. If you see no, it is not required at this point in time, or you should tweak some portion to gain some more benefit out of this plugin, then you can do it. Let's see what exactly that plugin has done as of now. See, 69% of the mix, even is sensitive is sharpness 4.1 they have selected. That templates are selected, and the selectivity depth is this, and attack is 2.9. What exactly happening right now? Let's see. See, this portion mainly massively that preset is taming down. Okay. So I just want no, it should not be done. You just tame down this portion. That is why the graph is there. So you can configure as per your choice to instruct that plugin. So that portion which I have designed, that portion you have to cut it down more. That is why that EQ section is here. Plugin will do at its own job, but still you are giving instruction additionally to that plugin. So I am instructing you. So this is my EQ, and this portion you will work more. See, this portion the plugin is working more. This portion plugin is not working. This portion less. Now if I see no, that should be this, then it will not cut it down here massively. If I see no, this is that cut would be this, then see, plugin started working more. Reason being, I have given the instruction here you should work more to cut it down all the high resonance part, but that should not be done. That is why we'll do it very minimum. Let's see.
ओरे पिया रे जिया जाए ना जाए ना जाए ना.
See, now I am bypassing that plugin and listen. Again, I will just reactivate that plugin and then I will listen what exactly difference I have.
जिया जाए ना जाए ना जाए ना. ओरे पिया रे पिया रे. ओरे पिया रे जिया जाए ना जाए ना जाए ना. ओरे पिया रे पिया रे.
So that means that plugin is cutting down the dynamically the high resonance part. After cutting down all those high resonance high resonance frequency, you are just listening very smooth. Once again we are just listening that one without plugin.
जिया जाए ना जाए ना जाए ना. ओरे पिया रे पिया रे.
So you are listening very clearly the vocal part along with that piano part. Okay, I think it is the best plugin to use in our master bass. Now last plugin which I will use, that is L2 stereo, to lift my gain. Okay, so first I'll listen how much gain currently I have after implying those plugin. Okay, I have just bypassed this plugin. Okay, let's have a look.
जिया जाए ना जाए ना जाए ना. ओरे पिया रे.
Okay, minus 5.3. Let's enable this. And now what I am doing, my intention would be to bring my entire loudness towards my unity gain, that is 0. Okay, now I will bring down my threshold knob, and before that I am just applying ceiling, that is minus 0.1, so that it should not be clipped. Once I am pulling down threshold limit. Okay,
जिया जाए ना जाए ना जाए ना. ओरे पिया रे पिया रे. ओरे पिया रे जिया जाए ना जाए ना जाए ना. ओरे पिया रे पिया रे. ओरे पिया रे जिया जाए ना जाए ना जाए ना. ओरे पिया रे पिया रे.
okay. Now I will add another plugin, that is Ulin, to measure the loudness, to measure the loudness. Okay.
जिया जाए ना जाए ना जाए ना ओरे पिया रे पिया रे ओरे पिया रे जिया जाए ना जाए ना जाए ना ओरे पिया रे पिया रे ओरे पिया रे जिया जाए ना जाए ना जाए ना ओरे पिया रे पिया रे ओरे पिया रे जिया जाए ना जाए ना जाए ना ओरे पिया रे पिया रे
Perfect. Now, if we see that the loudness is minus 13.3 LUFS, and we can keep it at under minus 13 to minus 14. So this is a standard, and you can upload that song into any platform, online platform, and everywhere it will sound equal. And later on, once you have already given that plugin and you will master that song, and you will export that song, then after that, what would be our next action? Next action would be we'll listen that output to different device. That means if I am having some Bluetooth speaker, then I will listen. If I am having some other car speaker, I will listen. If I am having other home theater, definitely I will listen there. If I am having small speaker, then also I will just want to listen with the cheap headphone as well. So where even more in mobile. So that should be the final step of your mastering, and to identify so where exactly you have done any mistakes. That is the process you need to maintain while you are doing mastering. Couple of sittings you should have to identify, to understand your master. So this is the correct one, where if I am just listening into that car speaker, so somewhere it is been boosted in the low part, or if I listening into the some home theater or some other cheap headphone, then I'm just getting any high spike or high frequency boost there. So you after listening all the devices, you have to again sit along with the master project and tweak as per your understanding. So that should be cut off or that should be boosted. So at least after this process, you will understand. So this is my final master output. Okay. So this is overall the mastering process, which it's my approach, and I want to follow this type of approach in my project. And all the times it may not happen. So I'm just applying all those plugins over here in my master bus, may not be in the same chain. Can be different as per my thinking, or as per my approach, or as per my understanding, as I listen and identify. No, so I am just applying first frequency, second frequency, third one is not required. Maybe it may happen, and somewhere I can understand. So now that this plugin is not required, maybe, or you are just incorporating another more plugin into your masters, maybe. So this is not the final chain, but you can consider my process and imply into your project. So definitely you will have the good result out of it. Okay. So all right. Now, if you if you feel better of my tutorial, and if you get something more positive, then definitely you will consider that tutorial as a good one, and you should give a like on this video. Definitely I would request you to please be with us and with audio engineering parivar, and also we'll try to give much more concept of mixing and mastering later on through my video. So yeah, till the time, if you already subscribed, then very nice, and if you not subscribed, then I'd request you to go ahead and subscribe. Click on the subscribe button, and let's see into the next video then. And till the time, please take care and peace out.